Hey, Steb here. This is part 2 of me working on the 1:144 scale Abigor. Now that I'm happy with the newly changed proportions, I need to focus on gate removal, filling in visible sink marks, and removing all seam lines. But there is something a lot more important that I want to cover this time, and that is rescribing molds. Why? Because it lets me mask sections so much easier. I first apply the masking tape, use a skewer to guide the tape into the newly scribed line, and then go over it with a fresh design knife to get a clean cut of the shape. There are some risks involved since I am pointing a knife at a painted surface, but the speed and accuracy is invaluable, especially when dealing with such complex shapes. Oh, and this piece here. There are two things that I thought of. One, I don't feel like removing the seam in such a small space, and two, I don't like to mask more than I have to. So I'm going to cheat a little. I cut out a plot plate that fits this exact space, drill a hole, and then add some detail. And this 4 arms exposed polycap bothered me a lot. I didn't want to paint over it nor mask over it, so I just placed a thin plot plate over it. That's it. That's it. It took me around a week to finish the rest of the surface treatment, so I can finally start painting. I usually start off with my mix of neutral gray to check how well I did with the surface treatment. And this is where bigger scratches and errors become very apparent, so I always pay extra attention here. Like this piece here, I can see very visible gaps. So I sand and fill until it's gone. I also made a small video on this, link's gonna be in the description. And then I spray again. After making sure that the first layer is super clean and spotless, I move on to paint the real colors. For this contest entry, I'm sticking with my usual style, painting a darker color as a base, and then adding lighter highlights in the middle for a soft and subtle gradient. Oh, and the masking turned out super clean. Lastly, I top everything off with a very glossy semi-gloss clear.